So what if there was a simpler way? Maybe an affordable approach to weight loss without, well, without all the usual worries.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
It really does. And today we're going to dig into some pretty compelling new research. It looks at collagen.
Yeah, collagen as a potential tool for managing weight.
Exactly. We're focusing on findings from the European Congress on Obesity this year, ECO 2025, and also a paper in Nutrients.
Right. And it's interesting because, collagen is something most people have heard of, but maybe not in this context.
For sure. So our goal here is to really unpack what this research tells us. How might collagen actually help with weight management?
And we want to give you that understanding without you having to wade through all the dense scientific language.
Your shortcut, basically.
Yeah.
So let's start with the big finding, the one that catches the eye. What was it?
Okay, so the core result really was the difference in weight loss. They had two groups, right? One got collagen-enriched protein bars, the other didn't.
And the collagen group?
They lost twice as much weight over the 12 weeks. It worked out to about 3 kilograms on average. That's roughly 6.6 pounds.
Wow, okay. Compared it to?
Compared to the control group, who lost about 1.5 kilos or 3.3 pounds. So yeah, double the loss.
Double. That's significant. But weight loss is just one piece, isn't it? I understand the study looked at other health markers too.
Absolutely. And this is where it gets even more interesting, I think. The benefits seem to go beyond just the number on the scale.
Like what, for instance?
Well, take blood pressure, systolic blood pressure. The collagen group saw a drop of about 8 millimilli-HE.
Which is pretty good. And the control group?
Theirs actually went slightly, just 0.4 millimilli-HG. So a really noticeable difference there.
Yeah, definitely. What about things like waist size?
That too, a bigger reduction for the collagen folks, 2.8 centimeters compared to 2.5 centimeters.
Okay, still better, but maybe a bit closer?
A bit closer, yeah, but still favoring the collagen. And remember, waist circumference can tell us something about that visceral fat, the deeper belly fat.
Right, the unhealthy kind.
Exactly. They also saw a bigger drop in BMI 1.2 units versus about 0.8, and importantly, a better score on the fatty liver index.
Suggesting less fat in the liver.
Precisely, which points towards potentially better liver health.
Okay, lots of positive signs. And you mentioned something earlier that really caught my attention, the idea that this weight loss wasn't muscle loss.
Yes, that's a crucial point. Often when people lose weight quickly, some of it can be muscle, which isn't ideal.
Right, you want to preserve muscle.
Exactly. And in this study, the collagen group actually showed an increase in fat-free mass. The control group didn't.
An increase, so potentially gaining lean tissue while losing fat.
That's what it suggests. Now, the sarcopenic index, which also relates to muscle, did increase in both groups, so it's not entirely clear-cut, but the fat-free mass finding is very encouraging. It points towards a better quality of weight loss, more fat, less muscle.
Okay, so the results seem pretty compelling.
Yeah.
Let's get into the why. What's the thinking behind how collagen might be doing all this? What are the mechanisms?
Right, the mechanism. Dr. Magna Pelaez, one of the lead researchers, talked about a few possibilities. A big one is satiety feeling full.
How would that work?
Well, this specific collagen they used was specially treated to absorb more water. So the idea is you take it, it hits your stomach, absorbs water, and kind of swells up.
Ah, so it physically takes up more space?
Sort of, yeah. Creates that feeling of fullness.
Yeah.
And that should, in theory, reduce how hungry you feel and maybe how much you eat later.
And did the participants report feeling fuller?
They did. Feedback from the collagen group indicated they felt less hungry and more full. So that supports the hypothesis.
Interesting, like a built-in appetite regulator.
In a way, yes. And it might not just be physical. There could be hormonal changes involved, too.
Hormones, like hunger hormones.
Exactly. They found that leptin levels, that's the hormone that tells your brain you're full, were higher in the collagen group by the end of the study.
Okay, so more I'm full signals.
Right. And there was also mention of animal research suggesting collagen might decrease ghrelin. Ghrelin's the one that makes you feel hungry.
So potentially boosting the fullness signal and dampening the hunger signal.
Potentially, yes. It seems like it could be working on multiple fronts there.
And what about the muscle aspect we talked about, the increase in fat-free mass? Any ideas how collagen fits in there?
That's a really interesting part. Collagen is a protein, and protein is essential for muscle, obviously.
Sure.
So providing this extra specific type of protein might help preserve muscle during weight loss, or maybe even support slight growth when combined with, daily activity.
And preserving muscle is key for metabolism, right?
Absolutely. Muscle burns more calories at rest than fat does. So if you lose fat but keep or gain muscle, your metabolism might stay higher, which helps with keeping the weight off long term.
Makes sense. Now, you also mentioned gut bacteria, the microbiome.
Yes, the gut microbiota, it's such a hot area of research generally, and Dr. Magna Pelaez suggested collagen might be influencing the gut bacteria.
How so?
Well, the idea is it could shift the balance of bacteria in ways that favor weight loss or better appetite control. But this is still quite speculative.
Early days on that one.
Definitely. They're actually running a bigger trial right now specifically to look into that gut connection more closely. So we need to wait for those results.
Okay, something to keep an eye on. Now, another point that Dr. Mogapalaya made was about cost and accessibility. That seems pretty important.
Hugely important, I think. Compared to many weight loss medications, some of which can be quite expensive or have, side effects people worry about, collagen is, well, it's everywhere.
Relatively cheap, easy to find.
Generally, yes. It's a familiar compound for many people. They might already take it for skin or joints. And critically, this study reported no side effects from the collagen bars.
That's a big plus.
It really is.
Can we just quickly recap the study design? Who was in it? What do they actually do?
Sure. It was a randomized controlled trial, 12 weeks long. They had 64 adults aged 20 to 65. All were classified as overweight or obese.
Men and women.
Yep. About half and half. Average weight was around 84 kilos, BMI just under 30. Everyone got advice on healthy eating a Mediterranean-style diet.
Okay, standard advice.
Standard advice. Then, the intervention group also got a specific protein bar, chocolate flavor. It had 10 grams of that specially treated collagen.
And they took that when?
Twice a day, with water, before lunch and before dinner. The control group just got the diet advice. No bar.
And they track things like appetite, weight, body measurements?
Yeah, all those things we discussed.
Yeah.
Appetite questionnaires, blood pressure, waist, BMI, liver index, body composition. At the start, and then checked in periodically over the 12 weeks.
Got it. And you mentioned chocolate flavor. Did people actually like the bars? Adherence can be tough if things taste bad.
Apparently, yes. They rated the taste quite highly, 8.8 out of 10 on average. The dark chocolate probably helped a lot there.
Makes sense.
And like we said, no side effects reported. Plus, the animal studies they mentioned showed this collagen wasn't easily digested, but did swell up significantly in acidic conditions, like the stomach.
Which reinforces that fullness idea.
Exactly. One small note, though, just for transparency. Some of the researchers are employed by the company that makes the supplement and the bars.
Ah, okay. Good to know. Standard disclosure.
Standard disclosure, yeah. It's something to be aware of when evaluating the findings.
So bringing this all together, after this deep dive, what's the main message about collagen and weight loss from this research?
I'd say the main takeaway is that this initial research is genuinely promising. It suggests collagen, particularly this type, could be a useful tool. A simple, potentially affordable tool to help support weight loss efforts.
And improve some important health markers along the way.
Right, things like blood pressure, maybe liver fat, and body composition. It's not just about the weight number itself.
And those potential mechanisms, boosting fullness, the hormonal angle, maybe helping muscle, and that intriguing gut possibility, they all point to exciting areas for more research, don't they?
Absolutely. It paints a picture of how it might be working. But, we definitely need more research to confirm all this, especially the gut microbiome link. That larger trial will be key.
It really will. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Given these findings about something as common as collagen, well, what does it make you think about other everyday proteins or natural compounds?
Yeah, what else might be out there, hiding in plain sight, that could offer similar benefits for our health if we just looked closer? It's quite thought-provoking, isn't it?